Hello and welcome to the Fit Executive Show. Your host, Arne Wildner, lost 50 pounds himself before helping hundreds of other entrepreneurs and executives sustainably lose weight and take charge of their health. In the Fit Executive Show, you'll learn field-tested weight loss strategies and how to effectively juggle your successful life and staying fit at the same time. Please welcome your host, Arne Wildner. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Fit Executive Show. I'm Grace.
I'm Arne. Hello.
And we are here at my parents' lake house in a completely new room. So if you're watching this on video, which we are uploading to Spotify, you'll see us on a nice big pink couch where we recorded so much content in the past for this video course we used to make for mothers over 40 in Germany. And so it's bringing back real memories of shooting that content here.
The good old pink couch.
The good old Mission Fit Mama pink couch.
Yeah.
And I am now 9 months pregnant, so I've got my belly 36 weeks today. And today we have a really, really exciting episode about your metabolism. So we're going to go into the nitty-gritty details about what exactly is a metabolism and how you can speed yours up, because this is like a buzzword trending thing. It always has been, probably for generations. Of, you know, my especially with people who are aging, my metabolism is slowing down, and that is a reason that we often get that people often give us for why they believe they've been having issues losing weight.
And that can also be the reason.
It is true.
Why you don't lose weight. So this is all also why we do a vital biomarker assessment, the VMA, where we look at your biomarkers and also get a good understanding of where your metabolism is at, and if this is the issue, or if we have to look somewhere else. So we look at your hormones like cortisol, testosterone. We look at your thyroid levels, like your thyroid hormone levels. We look at everything.
The whole big picture.
The whole big picture, and your metabolic health is a big aspect of it. But today we want to
give you 6 quick strategies.
We discuss 6 strategies, and some of them are more relevant than others. Let's put it that way. But nonetheless, there are a few things that you can do to
I think they're all free.
Increase your metabolism. Of course, they are all free. Most things in when it comes to fat loss and fitness can be free. Like you can move your body. It doesn't cost anything. You have to eat anyways, and fat loss friendly foods don't necessarily cost more.
So the first question that I have, especially for me, who's someone who's not really on the coaching side, is could you explain to me what is metabolism? What does it mean?
Well, metabolism is the building up and breaking down of different cells and different converting calories to energy that your body can use. Also, what depends on what nutrients you're eating. You metabolize proteins, you metabolize fats, you metabolize carbohydrates, you metabolize alcohol, and so on and so on. But what the general public means when they talk about metabolism is the amount of calories
that their body burns or processes.
Their body burns. And then let's talk about how this is being put together. So the whole amount of calories that your body burns comes from 4 different pillars. And the by far biggest pillar is your basal metabolic rate. You see the abbreviation BMR a lot, basal metabolic rate. So this is around 70%-ish of the total amount of calories that your body burns. And
is this the amount of calories that your body burns if you did nothing?
That's correct.
So my basal metabolic rate is if I was laying on the couch all day, how many calories my body would burn just from breathing, my lungs, my stomach gurgling, whatever that.
Body temperature, digestion, everything that your body needs in terms of energy that only serves you to be alive.
And this is pretty easy to calculate. There are a lot of calculators online where you can calculate that.
Yeah, just Google calorie calculator. Yeah. And they all use different formulas. these formulas are more or less precise, but what I do is I use 3 different formulas and just take the average to get a good enough starting point. That's all we need for the beginning.
We're going to tell you some strategies today. Arnie's going to explain them to you. I have them written down here that you can use to increase this basal metabolic rate, right? That's the whole idea. Not only the basal, but the entire metabolic rate. Yeah. Some of the strategies are increasing the basal, but
calorie consumption of your body. But let's finish this so the listener gets a good understanding, and you get a good understanding of what metabolism means. So the basal metabolic rate depends on your gender, on the amount of lean mass that you carry. So everything that is not body fat from your weight. So the size of your organs, the size of your bones, the size of your muscles.
Interesting. So it's quite nuanced.
So age plays a very minor role for your metabolic rate. So it's a old wives' tale that the metabolism declines automatically by age, but recent study, it's not that old, found out that it actually does not decline until you're 65, around 65 years old.
But there are other things that do happen as you age that can contribute to having a lower basal metabolic rate, such as muscles deteriorating.
That is correct, and this is what I wanted to add to this sentence. If your muscle mass stays the same, and this is what happens to most people, that their muscle mass declines over the years. The good news is, as long as you keep up the muscle mass, which is possible, you can increase your muscle mass up until your 70s and 80s. So no problem at all with the right tools and strategies. Obviously, it doesn't happen from
by itself.
Doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, it doesn't. Muscle don't fall from the sky, but it's very likely, and I see it all the time with our clients that they completely redo their body composition, and they lose the belly fat, they build lean toned muscle, they just feel great, they look athletic, they look fit.
Oh, this is so cool. I have to interrupt you that we are in a mastermind with other online fitness coaches. It's fascinating to see how they coach their clients, and we have everything in this group from, if you listen to our last episode about like different coachings that we've been in, we talk a lot about this, but we're in a group where there are many different fitness coaches and they all have different niches. So we help executives and entrepreneurs. We have people who are helping equestrians get more flexible, or moms postpartum regain their confidence. And there was someone asking on a group call that we were in, like, long story short, about a client whose body is completely recomping, but the weight is staying the same on the scale. And our mentor said for us to all look up pictures of body recomposition and find 2 bodies at the same weight on the scale. And there can be such a massive difference in the way a body looks. It's so crazy.
No, I'm the best example for that. So I did a massive recomposition overall. So I lost around 50 pounds, and just by the scale, I regained half of that. But it's all muscle. I'm leaner than ever, and I'm more muscular than ever.
And if you saw a picture of yourself at this weight while you were on your weight loss journey, when you had no muscle on your body, you were just fat, it would look completely different. But anyway, so what I'm saying is body recomposition is a thing.
We're still at the first pillow. So this podcast, if Grace keeps talking, is
oh my gosh, but I have so many questions and points to make.
Yes, please. But we're so the basal metabolic rate. Okay, let's go through this quickly. So that we have the NEAT, NEAT, which is the amount of calories that you burn through movement, like gestures and mimics and just blinking the eye.
What does it stand for?
It stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So the amount of calories that your body burns through non-exercise activities.
Okay.
So just everything that you need your body for, that doesn't have to do with exercise.
This is number one way how you can, we have it on the list. And the number one way to increase your metabolism is through NEAT.
This is a great way to make sure that your metabolism doesn't decrease while you're losing body fat, because this can be an issue. But I will tell you later how to prevent this from happening. But yes, exactly. You want to keep your NEAT high while you lose the body fat. It's also a tool. Then we have the TEA, which stands for thermic effects of activity. So you burn calories through exercise, obviously. So exercise is another factor for your overall calorie consumption. And then the fourth is the TEF, which stands for thermic effect of food. So the thermic effect of food is the amount of calories that your body needs to metabolize the calories from food. So different macronutrients have different rates of TEF. And we go into the weeds later on. But this is how your metabolism is put together. Your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, which is just the bodily function, it makes up most of it. This is an important factor to note. And the most important factor to increase your BMR is increase your muscle mass. This is why we focus on strength training when it comes to exercise with our clients. But then on top, we have the NEAT. This is the amount of calories you burn through non-exercise activities. Then we have the amount of calories that you do burn through exercise activities, TEA. And then we have the TEF, thermic effect of food, the amount of calories you burn by eating food.
By digesting the food.
By metabolizing the
Metabolism,
food. Yes,
okay.
Yes, breaking down the food. Your body needs to use some of the energy in the food to store the food.
Okay, so those were the 4 pillars of that make up metabolism.
Exactly.
And now we'll talk about 6 tips that you can use to increase your metabolism.
That's correct.
And they're all related. I get it now. Okay, so number 1.
Number 1 on the list, which is...
this one was weird for me.
Yeah, this one is weird for you, and it should be weird for you.
Okay, what is it?
It's using caffeine and spicy foods.
Caffeine and spicy foods.
And yeah, also fat burner pills, which all also use the mechanisms. Fat burner pills.
Yeah, are you recommending that to people right now?
I'm saying this is a way that gets advertised.
Okay.
And it is also measurable. Okay.
Really? These fat burning pills really do something?
Well,
but it's very minute.
They make your pee more expensive, and they make the the pockets of someone quite full. No, but the thing is, it is measurable, and this is why they can advertise it. And caffeine to give
caffeine.
You caffeine in German it's coffeine. So it's I'm mixing the two words here to make it my own, my signature. So caffeine does around 10 to 15 calories per hour per kilogram of lean body mass per, I think it's per cup of coffee. So a strong cup of coffee burns 10 to 15 calories per hour. So, which means it is measurable. Is it really relevant? Probably not. The same goes for spicy food. There is a minor increase in the amount of calories that you burn, but it's not really relevant. But still, they can make a headline out of it. Studies show just eat more spicy and drink more caffeine. And these are actually also the mechanisms that they put in the active ingredients that they put in fat burner pills that you just get more, the caffeine stimulates you burn more through moving more. Your body heats up a little bit from the inside. But
so it's minute.
It's so minute that it's just
he has written here 10 to 15 calories.
Yes, it's basically nothing. Okay, so you can increase it a little bit. That's great. but don't focus on
So
doing
number
it.
one way to
This
increase your metabolism is
okay.
caffeine and spicy food, and it's not worth it.
It does, but it also doesn't hurt. Enjoy your coffee, knowing that it will do a little bit.
Yeah.
And eat spicy foods if
Unless you're
enjoy
trying
them.
not to go into labor.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
number two.
Number two is the heat and cold treatment. So
Like this is sauna, cold plunge.
Sauna, cold plunges, exactly, which is also a proven way to burn more calories.
What does that mean? 50 to 70 calories in 10 minutes of heat. Okay, so if I go in the sauna for 10 minutes, I burn 50 to 70 calories.
That's correct.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it again, it just takes some time.
It's
but
like
if you
the
enjoy
3 or
going
4
to the sauna,
Hershey Kisses.
go for it.
Yeah, some chocolate.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Square of chocolate.
Yeah, maybe. So if that's what you're into, go to the sauna. We have a wood-fired sauna here at the lake house.
Spoiled.
Yes, I know. It is so good to go on a icy winter day, then like sit in the snow for a second, and I love this. It's very good for you. I enjoy it. It gets my mind free, gives me the best ideas ever, and I just love it. It is not the best tool to burn calories, okay? So it takes some time and effort to do this, and your time and effort might be better used doing some of the other strategies.
Which we'll get to.
Which we'll get to, exactly. But if you enjoyed already, please do it.
Just like coffee. So if you like coffee, spicy food, and sauna, go for gold and know that you are actually doing your body a favor.
Why not?
They also have other benefits, right? Okay, so number 3, we have exercise. Shocking.
Exercise.
Okay.
Well, shocking, exactly. So obviously you can increase your TEA, the thermic effect of activity.
Literally just by doing any exercise which burns calories. But
there is a caveat and
caveat?
Caveat. See, I'm learning.
I think that's right. Caveat.
There's a caveat. And this is that your body adapts to the exercise stimulus. So, and it adapts by decreasing the amount of calories that it burns afterwards. It's not that the whole effect gets reduced to 0, but it does get reduced by about 20 to 30%. So when you let's say burn 500 calories in 1 hour of running, then 20 to 30% of these calories will get or your body reduces the amount of calories it burns afterwards when you're resting by around 20 to 30%. So it just gets compensated a little bit, which is just a
little bit, but not completely. It's not like canceled out.
Exactly. So please do your exercise as well. Just don't rely on it. I wouldn't recommend relying on exercise to
compensate a bad diet or to lose or to get into a calorie deficit.
You just can't.
This is something I will say so loud and so often and scream it from the rooftops. Ever since I learned this, it just clicked in my head. Stop using exercise to lose weight as the only tool. There are so many people out there when we ask them, what's your biggest challenge right now losing weight? Oh, I don't have time to exercise. Okay, and they don't even think or mention the nutrition. For me, now that I understand how little, let's just say, how few calories are burned from so much exercise. Like you just said, an hour of jogging, that is freaking intense. For anybody out there who's ever jogged an hour, it's a lot. Unless you're my uncle who loves jogging marathon every weekend. Then the amount of calories is only 500 that gets burned from that. And it's so easy to eat 500 calories or to eat 500 less calories.
No, then you have to calculate it for the whole week. So if you do 3 times 1 hour, which is quite a lot.
It's a lot of running.
It's more than I do, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's around 1,500 calories. And if you divide this by 7 days of the week, then it's around 250-ish calories per day that you could eat more. And those 250 calories, this is the difference whether you eat ketchup or mayonnaise for your fries, whether you eat tomato sauce or a pesto, whether you eat spaghetti or gnocchi, whether you drink that glass of wine or not.
Or what if you have a Greek yogurt for dessert instead of ice cream? These are differences that you can easily compensate with that you can easily get into that deficit. So you can use nutrition as a tool to get into a deficit.
Well,
exercise is wonderful. We're not saying anything against exercise. We love exercise.
Ideally, you use both.
Yeah.
Okay, so fitness doesn't fall from the sky. You do need to exercise to become more muscular, to become more fit, to get more endurance. But for weight loss, okay, and specifically fat loss, all you would need is a great diet, and we can do this 100% without any exercise. I've had many clients who did not lift a finger and didn't do anything,
and they're easily able to lose 20, 30, 40 pounds.
Walking, exactly, and just by dieting itself. And then the art is, and we really have mastered the art over the years, is to find a nutrition or substitutes that they enjoy just as much than they did with their old diet, so they don't miss anything. They go to bed happy and full, and they know, oh my gosh, I was in a calorie deficit, and tomorrow I can do the same. And then you just repeat and repeat and repeat.
Rinse and repeat,
You lose the weight with a smile. And this is the magic pill here. If anybody asks me, what is your magic pill? It's sustainability in the protocol and individualized, customized protocols for each client that makes
Everyone
them have
is so
fun.
different.
Makes them have fun while they lose the weight.
Yeah. So, okay, so now we were at exercise, and then that just pretty much cleared the air as to why we recommend, also I guess this is another point, why we recommend strength training so much more than cardio, because you're at the same, which cardio is lovely as well, but with strength training you're building muscle, which I think that's the next one.
Well, actually no, another thing, strength training doesn't have this compensation effect by the body. Your body actually wants every little calorie it can get to repair the muscles. So this is how you direct the calories, and this is just a smart way to make sure that every calorie that you are in a deficit comes from the body fat, and every calorie that you put into your body gets used for building lean tissue and gets used to repair the muscle. But this is another point that we can do right now, is increase your BMR by building muscle. So if you say that, so 1 pound of muscle is equal to around 5 calories when you're resting. So
per day?
Let's say per day. And 1 pound of muscle equals 10 calories when you are active per day.
So it's burning that much.
It is burning that much more.
Let's say
it seems to be minor, but if you calculate it throughout a year without doing anything extra, right?
Just by having that 1 pound of muscle
1 pound
on your body, it burns 5 calories a day.
Let's say you had 10 pounds, but this is a different thing. Like when you are a beginner or you are a former athlete, many of our clients are former athletes, then your body will build muscle at a rapid speed. So 1 to 2 pounds is a realistic speed for newbies. More likely, if you do everything right, to build 2 pounds per muscle per month. And so after 1 year, you have this 10 pounds of muscle, and this means 50 calories when you're resting, or 100 calories when you're not resting.
Per
have
day.
A higher BMR per day, which means, and now it gets interesting if you calculate it throughout the year. So even with 1 pound of muscle more, this means 3,500 calories by doing nothing. Just and this is 1 pound of body fat.
So wait, 3,500 calories are being burned.
Extra
per year.
Yes,
per year.
Which equates to around 500 grams of body fat.
No, 1 pound.
1 pound, 500
Yeah,
grams.
okay. So, sorry, true. Okay.
No, but so all you have to do is build muscle to increase your BMR and live a happier, healthier life, looking fit and it's easier to maintain your goal weight, to maintain your shape when you have more muscle. Okay.
Absolutely.
So this is the
and the Olympics have taught us.
mechanism.
The Olympics have really taught us to look at. Well, actually, I look at the athletes and I see those runners that are so skinny. They look like they have no muscle in their whole body. And and then you look at like other athletes where we were looking at, I don't know, what was she throwing? A hammer thrower?
A hammer
throw.
yeah.
And these people are like pure muscle. I'm thinking like how many calories their body burns in a day versus these super skinny runner guys. And so that just shows you if you are doing...
Just endurance athletes, and we work with endurance athletes as well. So
nothing against
they
it.
They don't want to carry any excess weight. I have a client, Bart. He's a biker, is a cyclist, and he goes through the mountains on his road bike, and he doesn't want to
carry any more fat.
For his goals, it would be counterproductive to carry a lot of muscle because he has to carry it up and down the mountain.
So wouldn't you say, like, since he has such a so much less muscle on his body because he wants to be as light as possible, that his like BMR is quite low. Like he burns quite like, but he bikes so much that he has such an added burning.
Yeah. So his BMR is lower than compared to the more muscular version of himself.
Yeah.
But since he does multiple hours of cardio exercise, biking and really hardcore biking, he burns thousands of calories on those days that he's biking.
This is such a niche situation.
Workouts of 3 to 4 hours. So he's a CEO. He can he just allocates his time for family, for biking, and then works very efficiently, very focused, very productively. Does a great job. Leads an international coaching and communication leadership skills agency. So shout outs to Bart. And so if your goal is to increase your metabolism, build lean muscle. This is the message here. Focus on strength training, and if you enjoy it, please do your cardio. But cardio is not necessary to lose body fat. Okay?
So
don't waste any time in the gym doing things that you don't enjoy. Period.
Okay, so we've got number 1, which was caffeine and the fat burner pills and spicy food. Okay, cool. Number 2 was heat and cold, so sauna, cold plunge, that kind of thing. Number 3 was exercise, which if you do cardio, it gets partially compensated by your body burning less calories afterwards. If you do strength training, that brings us to the next point, which was build muscle mass onto your body. That burns calories in a passive sense. So the more muscle you build onto your body, like you said, having even just 1 pound more of muscle mass on your body burns 3,500 calories throughout a year from literally doing nothing. So that would be losing a pound over the year from literally doing nothing, which is a kind of nice bonus. Just a pound, but whatever. Okay, so then now we have got NEAT, which we've talked about, so non-exercise.
Well, we haven't really talked about
How can you increase your NEAT?
Just take care of your steps, getting your steps in. This is the best fat loss exercise that is not exercise. So what we do is...
take the stairs, don't take an elevator.
Exactly. For example, take the stairs. Find the parking lot that is furthest away. If you live in a bigger city with a train station or train systems, take the exit that is one block further away.
Get off one stop earlier.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Then take the dog whenever you can out for a walk. Take the longer route. Take the...
Take your calls
take
walking,
your calls
standing
while you're
up.
walking.
Get a standing desk. Get a treadmill desk.
Exactly. Thank you. What other ideas do you have? Those
Well,
are great.
I am always moving around. I'm a super, super fidgety, jittery person who cannot sit still for more than 2 seconds. And so get up and down between, if you work with the Pomodoro timer or any sort of time blocking system that between your working periods that you... The dog just opened the door with his face.
The dog is coming. Avis, come on here.
Anyway, so just walk as much as you can. Get a dog.
Get a dog.
I like to do?
Yes.
I like to sit on a yoga ball and kind of bounce around. I think that's a pregnant thing, but also I'm going to keep doing it after I'm pregnant. You hear some panting. Yeah, that's it. And just don't like lounge too much. And Arne, you're such a lounger when you're working. Like you're in like he likes to work in like a literal like lazy boy kind of position.
Yeah.
But sit up, I feel like you gotta kind of move around.
Yeah, the more you fidget, the more calories you burn over the day, and it really adds up. So they've had studies with twins, so exact same genetics, and they just put them in a room, and they measured how many calories they would burn, and one of them usually burned more calories than the other by just fidgeting and getting up and taking those extra steps. And this amounts to huge amounts of calories over the whole day.
And this
don't underestimate this. These are hundreds and hundreds of calories. The small things really add up.
Yeah.
Each movement that you can do, please do it.
Yeah.
Get up, get off the couch, and do the work.
This is literally the reason, and we have had many conversations with clients or potential clients who've said to us, like, I just don't get it. My sister can eat whatever she wants and she always stays skinny. And me, I look at a piece of cake and it goes straight to my hips. And I'm thinking, okay, when you meet these people in real life who make comments like this, and you meet the sister in real life who can eat whatever she wants, and I'm doing huge air quotes here, you need to look at these people's mannerisms and behaviors throughout the day. Like, I have a cousin, Will.
Habits, yes.
He's like, it's so crazy. I eat like 7,000 calories a day and I just don't gain weight. You look at this guy and he is fidgeting. He is getting up and down and moving, and he just does not stop moving.
Yes.
And this is just like, okay, you're just burning more calories. And it's not that you know what I mean? So
and this adds up.
It really adds up. Yeah, it really adds up. And he's like, yeah, during my lunch break, I just walk around. And that's like something that maybe the brother or sister who feels like they gain weight just by looking at the piece of cake, they're not doing. They're sitting.
Yeah, and
so it's interesting.
They often have a second piece of cake where the brother just eats half of the cake and puts the rest, brings it home, and maybe even forgets about it in the fridge. So
yeah, so these are just little things.
It needs to be. We need to look at your situation in a holistic way and find a holistic solution for you. There's not one size fits all solution, but we do want to make sure that you use these intelligent strategies, like taking your calls, like walk and talk, and do meetings while you're talking with your clients, with your employees. And having a standing desk makes a huge difference, burns around 50 calories more per hour that you use it. And always think about
that really
like,
adds up.
If you burn 100 calories by walking maybe 20 minutes more, so 100 more calories over a day means 700 calories over a week, means 3,000 calories over a month, and this is 1 extra pound
so you're
of body
literally
fat.
Automatically losing a pound of fat over a month from doing walking 20 minutes, so more. Getting off one station earlier.
But this goes in both directions. So if you compare yourself to to yourself when you were 20, you probably walked around campus and you were walking to friends. You've been up all day, all night, and just dancing, exercising, dancing, and doing all this stuff.
And you might have not had a car.
Obviously, you could eat whatever you wanted. And now you're more sedentary, and you play less. You just watch more TV. Mm-hmm. You get your food ordered. You don't even go to the door anymore or go shopping anymore. You just order everything in. And this is
all okay. These are just factors that have contributed to where you are right now.
And exactly. And if you don't use these strategies that make seemingly almost no difference because they take so little effort, they really add up. This is all I'm saying. So this is a very smart strategy to increase your metabolism, to increase the amount of calories that you burn.
And the last one, we're going way long here, but this is really, really interesting and it's fascinating, and especially since it's such a buzzword. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the last one is TEF. So how many calories does your body actually use to burn the calories that you consume? So let's just break it down here. every calorie that you eat is either protein, fat, or carb, or alcohol.
Correct.
Correct?
Those are the four macronutrients if you include alcohol. So let's focus on carbs and fats and proteins.
Which ones take the most energy to break down?
Well, let's start with the least, and this is fat. Fat, if you consume calories from fat, they don't take any, your body doesn't need any extra energy to store the calories from fat. So they basically have 0% of TEF. So none of the calories from fat get reduced by metabolizing it.
What does TEF stand for again?
Thermic effect of food.
Okay. So thermic effect of food, fat,
Your
food.
body heats up after a big meal. If you think about your yes, meat sweats is a perfect example.
So funny.
Also
is that even real?
Word for it. It is absolutely real. And
we'll get to that. Okay, so protein.
Yeah, so let's talk about carbs first. And carbs are around 10%. So there is some, to some degree, the calories from carbs.
What do you mean 10%? So if I eat 100 calories of carbs,
yes,
10 of those will be neutralized by the amount of energy it takes my body to process them?
Yeah.
Okay, what about protein?
20 to 30.
Dang. Okay,
Yay.
so this is why we're like, eat lean protein, because it actually takes your body more. Well, there's a million reasons to eat protein.
Not the only protein is the miracle macronutrient. So the word proteinos comes from Greek, and it stands for the first and foremost, the most important, of utmost important, depending on what translations you use. But this is so true because it is the main building block of all of your cells and tissues. So your immune cells, your brain cells, your bones, your tendons, your muscles, obviously, your organs, everything gets constantly built and or torn down and rebuilt. And this is also basically a metabolic process, this tearing down and rebuilding of tissue. But the thermic effect of food for protein is around 20 to 30%, which is huge compared to the others. So that means fat, for example, 1 gram of fat has around 9 calories. Then 1 gram of carbohydrates stores around 4 grams of 4 calories, and 1 gram of protein also stores 4 calories. But if you look at the net effect, then it's only 3. It's only literally only 3 calories per gram, and this is huge because if you eat around let's say 150 is a conservative amount of protein for most people. I eat around 250 grams of protein per day.
Yeah.
So that means let's calculate with my numbers because it adds up to around 1,000 calories per day from protein, right? 250 grams times 4 means 1,000 calories from protein. But then 20 to 30%, which is 200 to 300 of them, get reduced by the thermic effect of food. A huge number without me doing anything for it.
Just your body heating up to
just my
metabolize.
body heating up a little bit
To metabolize that meat.
Yes, to metabolize the meat, the cheese, the eggs, the milk, all of
Greek
those
yogurt, 0% Greek yogurt. Okay, so number 7, which is not on the list, is get pregnant and grow a baby, because that actually probably increases your metabolism. I think my body's burning. It feels like my body's burning more calories just working. Like I feel like my body's working a lot more, but it's probably because it's like literally building like muscles and eyes and kidneys and stuff like that. So I guess that's a very niche way you could increase your metabolism. I'm not sure if it's actually true, but maybe it increases it.
Yes, and you also carry all this excess weight.
Oh yeah, carrying excess weight. Yeah.
If you exactly.
Rocking.
And this is a natural way your metabolic rate decreases, because when you let's assume you're 250 pounds, you lose 50 pounds, then your body carries this 50 pounds less weight with it, and your body needs less energy to sustain your body. Like 50 grams of mass is just gone, and that means also 50 pounds of mass that don't need any blood flow, that don't need any body heat. So and each step you take, you carry 50 pounds less with you.
Weight loss is not a good way to increase your metabolism, actually. If you lose weight, your body is just burning less calories.
This is completely natural, but your body also adapts to the new set point. And
but we'll take it.
We will happily
there are way
it.
more benefits to losing weight than there are negatives.
We'll happily take it. And then you can also increase the amount of muscle mass that you carry around. And this is just an overall win. You live longer, you live better, you live happier, you look better, you have better sex, you have more energy.
You get more attention on the internet and in real life. Now, last thing, if you don't want to do all that math, because I feel like this episode should have been called Arnie's math lesson, then you can go to fitexecutive.co/free, download Arnie's book, where he gets into the details about not only how to increase your metabolism, but how to build that into a sustainable way to lose weight as a busy executive or entrepreneur. And if you go to fitexecutive.co/call, then you can book a metabolic assessment with Arnie, where he does the math for you.
Exactly. So the metabolic assessment is actually a bonus of the book. We give it to the readers. So if you are ready to start your fitness and weight loss journey, please go to fitexecutive.co, download the book, and if you get it, you get on the next page, you get the opportunity to book the metabolic assessment with me personally.
Where he does all the math for you.
Where we sit down and develop a custom game plan for you that you feel ready to rock, and whether you do it with us or without us, we just want you to have clarity, and we just want you to get started on your fitness journey.
And to feel great.
And to feel great.
And look great.
And sexy.
All right. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
Adios. And that's it for today's show. Thank you for spending your valuable time with us. If you want to lose weight but don't want to do it all by yourself, go to arniewildner.com/call and book an appointment for a free 15-minute phone call with us, where we'll look at your situation, your obstacles, and your goals to find out if and how we can help you.